afternoon, everyone. My name is Lungi from Goldmine Finance. Today, I'm excited to host Brian Ahumuza, a fashion designer and founder of the luxury and fashion brand A. Brian's. He'll take us through the fashion journey as being an entrepreneurial space, his highs, his lows, and his many risk factors that he's actually taken, and how innovation has actually taken him top of mind. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Lungi.
Thank you for
having
joining
me.
us.
Yeah.
We're very, very excited.
I'm also humbled to be here.
We know that this is a recently new partnership, and we
Yeah.
can't wait to see how it
How
goes.
it goes, yeah.
So tell us, have you always known that you wanted to be in the design space or an entrepreneur?
I think all my life I've known I have to be in fashion.
All right.
Yeah, all my life, because it's been all my life.
Yeah.
From childhood, from my parents to my mom's side, not my dad's side. But then also my dad is fashionable.
Okay.
But then my mom was in the fashion business. Her sisters were in the fashion business. So as long as I remember, I've been this has been my life.
All right.
Yeah.
So what inspired the birth of A. Brian's?
Okay, the name A. Brian's is from it's initials of my, it's from A is Ahumuza and Brian is Brian. So it's
Still
like
catchy
A.
though.
Brian's. So it was more like Ahumuza Brands collection or
Okay.
Ahumuza Brands boutique. So it was for A from Ahumuza, brand from brand. Then the Z was the way you could say Lungi's collection or something. So I came
Okay.
up with the brands.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Just a quick one.
Yeah.
We'll obviously cut it into pieces so that we can figure out, in terms of what that means for you. So how did you actually define your value proposition? I mean, by target market, by positioning yourself and just making sure that the brand was actually something that could actually live.
Actually, when I was starting, all I wanted was to make money. I wanted to survive. So I did everything. I was dealing in menswear, women's wear. I just wanted to make profit.
Okay.
It was just about making profit. But then I realized I could make more money by doing something that nobody else was doing. So I made research. I made research. I kind of thought about so many things. I looked at the industry in fashion. I thought in Uganda, it was lacking. I was like, what can I do to have a brand that can leave a legacy and all? So I was starting to think beyond just making money.
Yeah.
But when I was starting, it was make money, survive, pay my bills and all. So I was doing everything. I was dressing anyone, women, men, whoever would give me money. So I made research. I was like, how do I leave a legacy? How do I make more money from whatever I'm doing? So that's when I kind of cut it down. I was like, I kind of discovered myself what I was good at, and I specialized. I was like, let me first. I realized men weren't so much into fashion, and that was something that was lacking. So that was me doing research, realizing everyone, when we talk about fashion, it was about women. So I was like, there's a space for me to take advantage of and capitalize on. So I was like, there's no any big men's boutique. There's no big men's wear in Uganda. So there's Leave Your Worry, there's Santa Anzo. There are all these women designers, but there's nothing for men. I was like, this is my spot. So let me own it, and that's how it all started.
Well, we're glad you did.
Yeah.
We've been obviously looking around and seeing how you're so multifaceted.
Yeah.
We're enjoying the way that you are a fashion brand, but you have become a multi-pronged opportunity type of thing. So you have the A. Brian's Fashion Awards, right?
Yeah.
Where you find that you have, entertainment section over there, the design section, and also the event section. How important is it for you to actually grow this brand into other spaces, that would link back to the name?
If you realize the awards, the fashion awards, I feel like it's something still in line with fashion. I mean, with what I was already doing.
Yeah.
So it still went back to the question. The question was how do I leave a legacy? How do I do something that is more impactful to society, to my own brand and all. So this whole idea of the whole idea of the awards was still, I realized there was so many events happening in the country,
Yeah.
but they were just about people partying, people just going all white party, let's dress up, party, drink alcohol and all. And then to me, I felt like it wasn't having an impact. So um, to be honest, it was more about thinking and coming up with something that could add value to society and more people and have an impact. Yeah.
All right. No. That's good that you actually see opportunities and you actually make them work. So obviously you are here now. You can count the years of how you've worked yourself to the position that you are at now. So do tell me, how have you handled your finances? I'm asking this question because people start a business, they see their first million, they get excited, they blow it away. I mean, how have you been able to maintain yourself so that you can grow?
Of course, discipline. You need to have financial discipline.
Yeah.
That is something that I don't know whether you possess it or you learn it, or I don't know. I've had so many friends along the way that have failed at it. But financial discipline is very important. I learned to the moment I started my business, small as it was, I learned about saving.
Yeah.
I knew every penny that I make, I have to save, I have to plan for it. It's financial discipline. So I learned to work with banks at an early stage. I knew whatever small I get, let me take it to the bank, let me save, let me reinvest. I had to sacrifice so many things. So that's how I managed to
survive.
To survive, yeah.
Which is great. So I think this is like a personal opinion. I'm sure there are a few people that actually agree. I think you're very stylish. I think there's something very niche about you.
Yeah, thank you.
That people will look at something and will be like, I wouldn't wear that, but we see it on you and we see how you carry it, and we understand that fashion is a personal thing.
Yeah,
okay.
True.
So how do you put together the products that you put for us together? What is in mind when you are putting something together, like an outfit together for that person?
For that person, I look at their personality.
Yeah.
I look at their personality. I've learned different personalities dress differently. So when I engage or we interact together, I'm going to look at you and then I'm going to know this can work for you, this cannot work for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's also an art. Some people have failed to master it. I feel like it's an art. I look at someone's personality and I know this can work for them, this cannot work for them. And then also their body shape. You look at so many things. I'm like, if I look at Lungi, this kind of outfit may not flatter her body and all. It just works out that way. Yeah.
All right, no, that's great to hear. So recently, because I'm aware of the space that we are currently in, so you will notice anything about A-brands or any of the brands that we've been talking about. There's a billboard on Ginger, right? Sort of like unisex outfits.
Yeah.
So I heard you talking that you started with the men's range. Are you catering for girls?
Actually, if all the outfits I do right now are men's, it's more of menswear, but it's kind of unisex. I realized a lady can wear a man's t-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, but a man may not wear a lady's
t-shirt. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. So a lady will wear men's jeans and they will go away with it, but then it's not the other way around. So even in the space I'm in, I realized menswear, women can wear menswear and they go away with it, but then men won't wear women's wear. So I'm still on the menswear, but then when I started my own brand, the A-Brands Clothing, the demand has led me to go into a little bit of women's wear. But in my store, in my business, I don't deal with women's wear.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
But with my own brand, it's now quite more unisex.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a trend that you have incorporated, or just making sure that there are new and exciting things happening?
Yeah, I think there are more new and exciting things, and then also, like I said, the demand, the business leads you. I've had women coming in the mall and they're like, I need to pick something from your brand, I need to pick something from your shop. so the demand becomes, it pushes me to at least think of something for the women as well.
All right, no, that's great. Whew, so you're in the space, right?
Yeah.
And we've all just woken up,
Mm.
and some things you knew before we
Mm.
did. We've just
Mm.
woken up to say that Africa is very fashionable.
Yeah.
Africa is very forward thinking. Africa actually has their own things that they
Yeah.
can drive in the fashionable space.
Yeah.
Do you think that with the journeys that we're going through in terms of being innovative, in terms of noting trends, are we ready to really command a space in the international market?
Yeah, I believe so. I actually want to be one of the brands that that want to cut across.
Yeah.
If you look at the creative designer of Louis Vuitton, he was an African from Ghana, and he did so well for Louis Vuitton before he died. And there's so many. The new creative director still is from Ghana, so I feel like this whole thing of Africa is not ready. Is just wrong.
Yeah.
We've always been ready. If you look at all the big brands right now across the world, they're inspired by African fashion, African fabrics, and all. They're like coming back here. So I feel like we've always been ready. Maybe we've not had enough resources or enough. I don't know. I don't know where the biggest challenge is, but in terms of creativity and competing on the international, see, if we have an African who has been a creative director of one of the biggest brands in the world, that is evident enough to show that Africans are ready to take on the world. Yeah.
No, which is great. So what's happening with all of us as Africans and current fashion collaborations?
Yeah.
Are you guys speaking to each other? Are we going to start seeing guys in Nigeria chatting to guys in Uganda, guys in Kenya chatting to guys in Tanzania?
Yeah,
what's happening in that space, particularly for you?
Yeah, what's happening is it's like a trend right now in the whole world. Collaborations, we've seen Fendi working with Versace. With our own collection, we also collaborated with someone from South Africa. So I think it's a trend. It's happening right now, and if there's anybody that's still lagging behind, I think it's an opportunity for you to tap into different markets and collaborate and all. I'm already on it, and I'm not waiting for anyone else, but it's a trend for everyone to jump on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so our last question.
Yeah.
So to the person that wants to start being an entrepreneur, and particularly in the fashion space,
okay.
What do you think that they should do?
I think number one is you need to make sure it's what you want to do.
Okay.
It's what you want to do. So usually don't do it because Brian has succeeded at it or another person has. You need to first be sure this is what I want to do. I believe there's a calling for everyone. I've seen people who have wanted to do business because other people have succeeded, and then you realize later this is not what was meant for you. And so my advice would be you identify what you love. It doesn't have to be fashion. It can be something else, but then stick to it. I've managed to become better each and every year because I realized what I wanted when it was still early, and I could discover my mistakes, my challenges. So each and every year I just perfect my craft, and I realize I made a mistake here, I'm not going to make it again, then jumping on to something else. So it's more like sticking to what you, first of all, you identify what you like, make sure it's what you want to do. So many people are wasting so many years figuring out themselves. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to be a musician, I want to be a... If you're lucky enough to identify what you want to do and then stick to it, it's okay to fail, and then you work, and then you raise, and then you make mistakes, and then you just stick to it. The whole point is sticking to what you love to do. Yeah.
All right, thank you for joining us. We hope people took a few notes that
Yeah.
it's not an easy journey. You have to
No,
put
it's
in a
never.
whole lot of work in
A
it.
lot, yeah.
We're very excited about you, and we're really rooting for you.
Thank you
Once
so much.
again, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching us this afternoon. Do follow us on Instagram and download our manuals on our Goldmine website. Remember, go for gold at Goldmine Finance.